Hello and welcome to this podcast. One of the best ways to learn the different theories of motivation is to compare them side by side. So we're going to look at drive reduction and the arousal theory. When you're thinking drive reduction, I want you to think about physiological needs, think biology. And I also want you to think about this term right here, homeostasis, which is this kind of internal balance state. Alright, so it's an internal balance state within the organism. Think about the word equilibrium when you think of this word, okay? So equilibrium, I forgot how to spell it for a second there. So I think that's it. So think about equilibrium. The body seeks equilibrium, and that's what motivates us to act according to this theory. So for instance, I might have a need, which is a physiological requirement. So an example would be thirst. That need creates a drive, and my drive is going to lead me to then go find some water, right, and drink, and I return to homeostasis. So there's this idea that we get out of whack, right? That if you think of like this, making these lines here, imagine this is where we want to be. That's homeostasis, and then we get thirsty, right? And this little graph goes higher, and then we drink and we return back to homeostasis by drinking. That's the basic idea here. Now, obviously this can't explain all behaviors, right? Because we're not always seeking to reduce the tension that's created by our needs. And not all needs that motivate humans are purely biological. So this can't explain all behaviors. What the arousal theory looks at is it's kind of trying to fill in the gaps. All of these theories are trying to fill in the gaps that the others create, meaning that no one theory can explain why humans do the things they do. So for instance, in the arousal theory, it works a little bit similar if we think about this diagram right here. It really says, though, that each individual has different levels of arousal or excitement that keeps them satisfied. So some people may have a higher threshold, some people a lower threshold at which they're comfortable. And then what happens is, because of this, let's just say person B this is their optimal level of arousal, and person A, this is their optimal level of arousal. So we already see that there's a lot more layers here for this person than this person, right? So this person might do things like skydive or bungee jump. This person may stay home and read a book or teach AP psychology, right? So basically, our activities are guided by trying to get to an optimal level of excitement or arousal. That's what motivates us, is person B wants to be here, person A wants to be here. So person A will read the book and stay home and drink hot cocoa. I'm using very stereotypical examples. Person B will go skydiving or bungee jumping or join the military, seek out adventure. Okay? All in an attempt to reach that optimal arousal point. Now, what's interesting about this is that, unlike the drive reduction theory, the arousal theory holds that motivation doesn't always arise from a need to reduce arousal back to a neutral state, meaning homeostasis. Okay, so we're not always seeking to reduce our activity, we're sometimes seeking to increase the tension. Okay?